The tiny German Shepherd pup just wouldn't give up, yapping like the world depended on it, chasing the officer until she had no choice but to follow. What she found next brought her to tears. Before we dive in, where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. The late afternoon sun spilled through the tall pines along a quiet country road as Officer Jenna cruised along in her patrol car. She glanced at the clock, thinking how peaceful the shift had been so far. But peace never lasted long in her line of work. Out of the corner of her eye, something darted along the roadside. At first, she thought it was a squirrel, maybe even a stray cat. But as she slowed, her breath caught. A little German Shepherd pup was sprinting after her cruiser, paws pounding, ears bouncing with each stride. Its sharp bark was almost a plea. It didn't stop. Concern prickled at the back of her neck. Jenna eased her car to the side. The puppy skidded to a halt, panting hard, but those wide, urgent eyes locked onto hers. She stepped out cautiously, her boots crunching against the gravel. "Hey, buddy, where'd you come from?" she asked softly. The pup trembled, its fur tangled with dirt and bits of leaves. It sniffed her outstretched fingers, wagged its tail faintly, then suddenly barked once, spun around, and trotted away, stopping just far enough to look back at her expectantly. It was beckoning her. Jenna scanned the lonely road. No houses, no pedestrians. Just the distant hum of a car passing. Something about the dog's insistence set her heart racing. "All right," she murmured, straightening up. "Lead the way." The pup bolted toward the tree line. Jenna followed, her instincts telling her this was more than just a lost dog. The forest swallowed them in a haze of green and gold. The puppy darted ahead, glancing back every few steps to ensure she was keeping up. The deeper they went, the quieter it became. Then, without warning, it stopped, pawing at the ground near a pile of fallen branches, barking sharply. Jenna pushed aside the undergrowth and froze. Beneath a tattered blanket lay a small, battered backpack. Something about it screamed urgency, like someone had left in a hurry, or had been in trouble. When she lifted the blanket, she found a worn-out teddy bear. The air around her seemed to still. This wasn't just abandoned junk. This belonged to a child. The pup whined, tugging at the blanket as if urging her to dig deeper. A rustle behind the bushes made her tense. Hand on her holster, she parted the leaves, and her heart jolted. Curled against a tree trunk was a little girl, maybe 5 years old, pale and streaked with dirt. Her voice was barely a whisper. "Mommy." Jenna dropped to her knees instantly. "Hey, sweetheart. You're safe now. I'm here." The puppy bounded to the girl, nuzzling her cheek. The child's trembling fingers clutched Jenna's sleeve. "I couldn't find her," the girl sobbed. Jenna's eyes stung. This wasn't just a rescue, it was a race against time. She grabbed her radio. "This is Officer Jenna Hale. I have a missing child in the North Forest off Ridgeway Trail. Requesting immediate medical and backup." Within minutes, sirens wailed faintly in the distance. Paramedics rushed in, wrapping the little girl, MIA, in blankets. The puppy barked frantically when they lifted her onto the stretcher until Jenna scooped him into her arms. "Don't worry, hero," she whispered. "You're coming too." Hours later, at the hospital, MIA was safe, her mother clinging to her and sobbing thanks. The nurse explained, MIA had wandered off, looking for her missing puppy after a door was left open. Jenna looked at the little shepherd curled beside MIA and said, "If it weren't for him, things could have ended very differently." The mother hugged the dog. "You saved her, our little angel." The next morning, MIA was sitting up in bed, cheeks rosy, puppy in her arms. "He stayed with me all night," she told Jenna with a tired but happy smile. Jenna smiled back. "He's more than a pet, MIA. He's your guardian."